What's up, everybody? It's that time again, my least favorite time. It's time to do a water change. I've got my, just getting done building a DWC system I'm about to put my plants in. And I'm going to need water for that. And also I'm out of the nutrient water I mixed up a couple weeks ago. So, all the stars align. It's time to do a big water change with a big volume of water here, nutrient water. So, I decided to make a video about how I mix things up, how I do it easy, and how I make it easy on myself, and what nutrients I use. So, let me show you exactly what I use over here and how I do it. Alright, first, here's the whole lineup here. So we got most of it's general hydroponics. There's hydrogaurd, which is Botanicare, but other than that, it's all general hydroponics I've been using here so far. I'm in the vegetative stage, by the way. I'm at the end of the vegetative stage, and this is what I've got other things to add later in the flowering stage, but for now, this is what I've been using. Armor SI, that's I put that in first, and that goes in at 1.5 milliliters per gallon. hydrogaurd, I put that at 1 milliliter per gallon. Calimag, that's the one thing I put in. Actually, at the recommendation, I put in 5 milliliters per gallon of Calimag. And all the rest of these the General Hydroponics Flora series, the Micro, Grow, and Bloom, I've been doing 1 milliliter each per gallon. And that seems to be working fine so far through vegetative stage where I'm at. I'm at the late vegetative stage now. And also over here is my Rapid Start, which I was using before. This is for roots. I was using it before. I'm at the end of the vegetative stage now, so I'm not going to use that anymore. I don't need it. And then obviously pH down, I'm probably going to end up using that. But here's my bucket setup here. I've decided I'm going to make about 30 gallons. It's my DWC system I'm building is about, probably won't hold more than 15. But I'll need to top it off with something, and hopefully this will last me until the end of veg. My whole purpose is, I'm trying to mix 30 gallons here, and the whole purpose is to fill up this DWC system and to have enough left to last me until the end of veg, maybe a week or two later, which we'll see if that happens. But here's my setup for mixing, and this is a Brute 44-gallon trash can, and this is the best thing for the price for mixing, in my opinion, because I've got tile floor. But these trash cans are awesome. They're pretty cheap, and you get these little Brute. The rolling dolly is the best. I've had 55-gallon drums, drum dollies and things like that, but these by far, they get little nylon wheels. They got nice wheels in this dolly, and it's by far the easiest to roll around in the house. It's just really convenient. What I'm using in here is this is actually a pretty strong water pump, an AC water pump here, and I've just got it on full blast. And this is just to mix the thing, so I don't have to sit here with a stick and do that the whole time I'm doing this. And actually I'm using RODI water as well. I like to start off with the purest water I can find, because I'm not completely advanced. Yeah, this isn't that pure. This is looks like it's 0.09 on the TDS, which is not bad, but I actually need to change my resins, my water purifier resins. Let's see what the pH is. Not that it matters. Oops. The pH is a messed up pH meter. Oh, here we go. Okay. pH says 6. I guess you can't see it on there. Okay, it says 6.4. 6.40. Okay, so that's where we started. We started at 9 parts per million and 6.40 on pH. Not that it matters what the pH reads right now, but 9 parts per million, 6.4 pH. That's I like to start from scratch with this stuff. Like I said, I'm not a master grower. I haven't been doing this a long time, so if I can start out with as clean a slate as possible and just follow the directions as to the T as possible. That's what I want to do. So I'm starting with RODI water and a schedule here. And there's guys who like, there's guys like, they've been doing this forever with their tap water wherever they're from, and they just experimented around until they did something that worked. But I don't want to do that. I just want to do something that will work right away. So either way, this is the lamp, and the first thing I'm going to add is Armor SI. I actually already measured this one out, and it's, oh, by the way, so on this gallon, this is a 44-gallon brute container, and that waters up just over halfway, which probably, so I'm guessing the gallon in here right now is somewhere between 20 and 25 gallons. And I'm shooting and making 30 gallons. So my plan is put in all the nutrients and then get the parts per million. I'm trying to get 30 gallons here made, but I'm trying to get my parts per million to end up between 600 and 800. I'm shooting for 700. So hopefully this will be a little bit stronger than that when I mix it up, because it's less than 30 gallons. And then I'll just add add some more RODI water in until I have around 700 that I want. So that's the plan. It's easier for me just to add RODI water than it is for me to add more nutrients and try and figure it out that way. The RODI water, put them in, measure, put them in, measure, put them in, measure, and then it'll get them a lot easier than having to add every one of these stupid ingredients again just to get it to the right amount. So, like I said, too heavy on nutrients with too little water is better than too light on nutrients with a full thing of water and just trying to figure it out from there. So, I'll take my first thing here is Armor SIs. Apparently the silicate stuff is the first thing you want to add to these solutions. Apparently it takes a long time to mix up, and it's also the most, I guess, reactive with things. So you want to get it completely mixed up in there. And you're supposed to let this one last. You're supposed to let this one mix by itself. You're supposed to do it first, and you're supposed to let it mix by itself for the longest time too. So the reason you let things mix each individually and kind of give them a little bit of time to mix up is in growing, in plants and growing, they call it nutrient lockout, but they call this nutrient lockout. What it is things reacting, and falling out of solution is what it is. So if I put in two of these things and they fall out of, and they react with each other before they have time to dissolve in the water, and they fall out of solution, then those nutrients aren't going to be available to the plants when I put them in the reservoir. So you have to go one at a time, get them dissolved well, so they don't react with each other when you put the next one in and fall out of solution. So that's nutrient lockout, and what's the other word? I can't remember the other word for it. But point is, falling out of solution, what they're talking about there. Nutrient lockout in the actual reservoir is something slightly different with the plants. But they say nutrient lockout for this, which, okay, it's basically taking the stuff out of solution. So either way, I'm going to give this some time. I'm going to come back to you guys in probably about... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and fill up all these cups so you don't have to sit me watching me pour all these. But I'll be back in probably about 20, 30 minutes. They say an hour, but I'm not going to take that long. So see you in a second. Okay, well, it's been about 20 minutes. They say wait an hour after silicates, but I've got a strong pump in here and it's mixing good. So we're going to just go ahead and start throwing in stuff. We're on the hydrogaurd now. Which, like I said, I did just over a milliliter per gallon, assuming that I get the 30 gallons I'm looking for at the end. So there's that. We'll let that sit there for a second. Here's the calimagic. This is the one that's like I said, this is the only one that I actually put in the full amount of, that it suggests, the 5 milliliters per gallon. So this is 150 milliliters for this one. Everything else is about 30 milliliters or somewhere around there. So calimagic going in. Look at that. Ooh, there we go. Now the water is not clear anymore. Alright. I didn't mention it before, but as far as order goes, I had these in the right order, the Flora Nova series, but it goes micro, grow, bloom in that order when you add them. So that's how I have them set up, micro, grow, bloom. Alright, so let me go ahead and start adding those suckers. But here's the water, by the way. It starting to turn a little yellowish. When I put this purple micro in there, it's going to turn a little darker. But let's go ahead and do that. Micro milliliter per gallon. Ooh, that's ugly. There we go. Yep, water got a little darker now. Take another look. Now it looks like tea. That's about the color it's going to be. So there's the micro. I'm kind of dicking around between each one just to give it a second to stir in there, but here's the, what is it? Yeah, it's mixing pretty good. It's got to be right. That water's moving. Alright, there's the grow. Let's pour it right where the water is the most churned. And didn't change much. Like I said, the micro and the calimagic are the ones that really put the color in there. These other ones are negligible. And the bloom. So once I get this mixed up, we'll have the moment of truth here on how. Ooh, actually, that was dumb. I splashed myself there. Probably splashed some of the nutrients out. Oh, there's some on the side. I can see it. Okay, so. That's all the Flora series. Now it's time to come back in here and check the, I'm not going to worry about pH, by the way, until I get done with everything, but let's check the parts per million. Moment of truth. Hopefully it's higher than 800. Oh no, I'm right at 700. Dang it. So, unfortunately, that's like exactly the parts per million I wanted. So, it looks like I'll be using that. Like 675, that's right where I wanted it. So, I won't be adding any nutrients. Hopefully this is enough water to last me a little while. At least I'm probably going to have to end up making some more later, but, well darn. I was hoping to have more solution, but that's too good of a part per million for me to dick around with it. So yeah, make sure it's not changing around. Yep, 670, 679, 675, 675, excuse me. Well, since I got that mixed up, I might as well just go ahead and check out the pH now. And the pH is now, it went up. The pH is now 6 points. Or sorry, excuse me, 7 points. It's still going. 8 points. It's high. Let's just put that way. We'll call it 8.0, 8.07. So I'm gonna have to dump this pH down some. You know what? I didn't get my syringe. 1 second. All right, I'm gonna need a few of these. This is my 1 milliliter syringe, which is what I use to adjust pH in tiny volumes. So I'm gonna have to use like a bunch of these. I usually adjust when I was adjusting pH in a 2 or 3 gallon bucket. I was using maybe 0.1 or 0.2 milliliters. This is a whole huge bucket, so I'm gonna be using I'm just gonna start with 1 syringe load and see what that does for me, and then I'll move from there. But yeah, pH down is the stuff. It's just acid. As we know, pH, anything below 7 is acidic, anything above 7 is basic. So, I wonder, you know what, I never bothered checking the actual acidity of the pH of this actual stuff. I'm curious what the pH of pH down is. I'll probably do it one day. So either way, I'm putting in a whole milliliter here, and we'll see what that comes out to in a second here. Now I'm curious. It probably says it on the bottle. Either way, let's see what we got here on the pH. I'll give it a couple more seconds, but let me look at this bottle, see what they got on the pH here. Does it say anything on there? The bottle says phosphoric acid. It doesn't say anything about the pH of it. You would think it would. This product, lower pH, blah, blah, blah. Nope, it doesn't say. That's lame. Alright, so now let's mix it up a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Still way high. That made barely a dent. It made a 0.3-ish dent. So if that was a 0.3-ish dent, I'm going to put in 2 more milliliters and see what happens. Alright, 2 more milliliters. Here's one. Whoop. Take them out. And 2. Yo. Alright. Give that a second. Let's see what happened. Now we got some droppage. 7.3. Let me give it a couple more seconds. I don't want to overshoot my goal here. I mean, obviously, I'm nowhere close to my goal. My goal is 5.8. Trying to get this down to 5.8. Basically, people say this, solutions tend to the pH tends to drift up over time, which mine kind of drifts all over the place when my plants are dealing with it. But 7.27, 7.30, okay. So I can put in a couple more milliliters. So far, we got 3 milliliters in here. Whoa, my bad on the camera. All right, so far we got 3 milliliters in here. Go ahead and throw in a couple more. Yeah, I'm not used to making up big amounts like this. The most I've mixed at a time so far was, I think, 7. I had basically using about 2.5 gallons per bucket in 2 buckets. So I was making 7 and 2 and that. So anyway, this is 5 milliliters so far. That brought us down to, yeah, just under 7. That's good news. Finally getting somewhere. So I'm guessing I can dump in another, safely dump in another, let's say 3 more. We'll get 8 milliliters pH down. 1, oops. 2, hope I don't overshoot. I don't think I will. 3. Alright, now we're at 8 milliliters of pH down from the 8.07 I think we started at. Uh-oh, there we go. We finally got some decent dip here. I think I'm just a few milliliters away from being done here. That's 8. 11 is my favorite number, so I might just stop there. I'm not going to use the solution for a day or 2. Let's see, that's 8. So yeah, if I put in 3 more. Alright. 3 more milliliters, that should be right. And even if it's not, I'll probably stop there for the day because 11 is my favorite number, like I said. Let's go 3 more. 8, 9, 10, 11. I do a lot of things in multiples of 11. This was just a coincidence this time. But I'm definitely aware of how close I was to my favorite number here. Alright, so let's see. That is 11 milliliters of pH down. Gets us down to, hopefully not too far, don't go too far. But keep going down a little bit. 6.1. Call it 6.15. I'm happy with that. I get to stop 11 milliliters. 6.15 for the pH. Let's see if that changed. Let's see if 11 milliliters of, see if 11 milliliters of pH down changed my parts per million. And it did barely. Parts per million is now 686. It was 675, my dream number. The 686 is pretty darn good. So 686 in parts per million. 6 point. Uh-oh. Did it go back up? Don't make me break my 11. Oh, darn it, it went back up. How did that happen? Come on, change, go down, go down. Ah, darn it. Alright, well, I can't stop at 13 milliliters. I'm at 11. I guess I'll put in 3 more milliliters, and maybe I'll actually get down. So I just ruined my perfect number, but yeah, we'll go to 14 milliliters and see what that gets me. 12, 13, 14. All right, hopefully I can stop there. I couldn't stop at 13. That's just bad luck. Either way, let's go here. See where we're at. Get me down just below 6 is what I want. 5.9 or so would be good. 5.9, 5.8. Don't go below 5.8. 5.8 is what I'm shooting for, but okay. That's fine. 5.75 we'll call it. I'm happy with that. Yeah, 5.75 on the pH. And 683, we'll call it, yeah, 683 on the parts per million. Alright, so that was a entire mixing session from start to finish with pH. I'm going to go get the, we'll let this mix for a little bit longer. I'll probably come in here and check it again afterwards, but I'm going to get my lid for this bucket. Like I said, I'm probably not going to actually fire up that already, actually I'm probably going to dump some of this in the buckets I got right now because I'm out of the other nutrient water. So one of the other reasons I had to make this right now is that my buckets are running dry over there. But so I'm going to put the lid on here, and it's going to be a couple more days until I can get this in the DWC system I'm building. I just got I'm getting bulkheads in today in the mail, so I can finish that system and probably be Saturday or Sunday. Throw all this stuff in the new 2-bucket RDWC system. So, there we go. That's how I mixed these nutrients. That's how I'm going to mix my nutrients. Like I said, this is a great size jug for a RDWC system. And anything bigger would be too cumbersome. Anything smaller wouldn't hold enough. The 44-gallon brute is perfect. But anyway, that's how I do this, quick and easy. And if you watched this far, I appreciate it. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, please hit like. Subscribe would really help me a lot, and comments also help. Likes, comments, and subscriptions. That's what really help the channel out. But either way, I appreciate you guys watching me. Next time, hopefully I'll have a video out this weekend on my new RDWC system and putting the plants in their final bloom positions and scrog depths and things like that. Thanks again. See ya.